Today we're going to be going over BBB complaints, and this happens with every single business, and unfortunately there's nothing ever positive coming out of the BBB. And if you're not sure what the BBB, it really pretty much is a sham. BBB is nothing more than another company that posts reviews. There's no positivity, and essentially they will extort you for becoming accredited, and that's for another video. But for today, because the BBB has this misconception of reviews and accreditation and all this good stuff, you have to reply to them, because unfortunately there's a lot of customers in the 45 to 65 plus older community that uses BBB reviews very heavily in their purchasing decision. But we are here to tell you that the BBB has no positivity, and you want to make sure that you're not using just the BBB for your review, new purchase, research, because they actually extort businesses and their rankings for accreditation, which is thousands of dollars, and they do not take reviews off, positive or negative, unless you are accredited. We have a lot of email correspondence going back and forth between the BBB and us, and we have all the proof showing that it is very much a extortion process. So we want to make sure that you, if you're a business owner, you have to respond to them, but unfortunately it is nothing more than a sham. So we received a BBB letter. On the top here you will see your local branch, and you will also see the BBB ID number. So this BBB ID number right here is very important, because that is how you're going to respond to the email. And letters can either be sent by fax, by email, or you can send a hard copy. For us, what we're going to be doing today is sending an email, and then we also send a letter in the mail as well, and we try to cover all of our bases and do a fax. But for right now, we're going to just cover an email, and you can make sure that you send an email using this ID. So this ID number right here is what you want in the subject line, and you'll respond back to the same person that emailed you, and on the top will be the email person that's handling that case, and it'll tell you everything about the complaint. In the letter, sometimes comes the mail, or in the email, we'll go over what the complaint is. So first thing you want to do is figure out who the customer is and what the complaint is. 99% of the time they're all bogus, but this is just about a response. More times than not, once you respond to the BBB, they will close the case in your favor because of the other person not responding. You can resolve the issue, you can, however you need to do it, you can do it, but you have to actually respond, or it goes against you on your accreditation. So this is our ranking. Everyone starts with an A+. We've had 26 complaints in multiple years. This is actually 12 years. They merged both of our accounts. So, complaints are not a reflection of your business, but you want to make sure you respond it, because it actually will drop you from an A minus, all the way to an F. We actually, beginning of 2020, had an F rating, and we were able to get back to an A minus just by responding to old posts. So you want to make sure that if you have forgotten about one, you have skipped one, you couldn't figure out why you have not an A or an A+, we are not accredited, which means that we did not pay their ridiculous fees. So we're going to start with an A minus. And if you have anything lower than an A minus, you want to make sure you just contact your local BBB local office, which you can just Google your name on BBB, get that information, and then you can pretty much just ask them for the cases and complaints that have not been responded to. You'll have all your information. You want to make sure that all your information is correct on your template. They pull all this information from a bunch of different places, but it will tell you all your reviews. It will tell you your customer complaints that haven't been responded to. So you want to make sure that really, when you're a customer looking to buy something, all you're really looking at is what the ranking is, and we're an A minus because we refuse to pay for the accreditation. So what you're going to be doing is, if you do not have an A minus, you want to make sure you contact your local branch, get all the IDs, respond to the ones, even if they're 10 years old. You have the ability to do that, because it is nothing more than a business that is just collecting reviews. So you want to also make sure that if you have any positive reviews, you can get all your friends and family and customers to leave positive reviews as well, because the BBB is nothing about negativity. So you want to make sure your customers, your staff, your employees, you get some positive reviews as well. So you just don't have 5 negative reviews like we do. We have 1 star out of 5 because we have 8 negative reviews over 25 years of being in business or 20 years being in business. So you want to make sure you get some positive reviews as well. If you move or anything like that, make sure all your contact information is right. So that is just a little about the BBB. So we got the letter, we got the email. So essentially all we're going to do is respond to the email, get some information. It doesn't have to be you don't have to show contracts and all that. This is essentially going to be a response that is sent directly back to the BBB and the other party. So anything that you write is going to be sent directly to the other consumer that is making the review. They then can go back and forth 100 times if they want, or most of the time people are lazy, they just won't even respond at all. So you want to make sure that you understand that all your reviews are going to show up on the BBB's website. So you're going to make sure that you're ethical and all the information that you put on there is accurate, and it also makes you sound very, very intelligent. Just like a Google review, you want to make sure that all the reviews can be seen from other people. So you want to make sure that your responses are if you want someone that is potentially going to buy something from you in the future, you can make sure you sound warm and hearty and like you actually care. Do not defend your business like I did for many years and get defensive. Wait 24 hours to respond to a review to make sure that you don't say something you shouldn't. So we're going to respond to an email, pull the customer's information, get a backstory from your customers, and really if you're not sure what the issue is or you can't find the customer, just email them with this ID number in the subject line, and you can just type an email saying, I'm so sorry, can you please give me a call so we can resolve this, or if you know what needs to be done, or if you already resolved it and it's taken care of. A lot of times the BBB is about 2-3 months behind. You might have already resolved it. You can just put a notice out there that says this has been resolved, how you resolved it, but anything that you say will be shown on your website and also to the customers. So you want to make sure that is accurate, because anything they respond with, everyone will see that as well. Essentially what will happen is after about 30 days, if there's not a response from either side, they will close the case. If you do not respond within 30 days, like it says in the letter right here, if you do not respond, you will then have it docked against you, and this A- will then turn to a B+. And there's a rating score. You want to make sure you check your local BBB and they'll give you the rating score. It's a big sham, but we have to live within our means. As you see, this account's been open for 18 years, and you want to make sure all the accurate information. But you need to respond to every single one, no matter what it's about, and take care of it within 30 days. And if you forget, like I said, just contact your local branch. All of our information is on the letter, and this person's handling the case, and then they'll respond. If the person responds, they'll email you again. Just like this letter is shown here, the customer just emails us back, and everything is now digital. They'll send you a letter as well, but we opted to get it in an email, but you can see this one's a final notice. We haven't responded within their 25 days, so essentially the ID is gonna go up here. We just are gonna respond to it, and then you can just pretty much respond however you like. It doesn't have to be a formal process. You can write a Word document and just say see attached. That's typically what we do. But everything needs to be responded within 30 days. If you have any questions, make sure you drop a comment below. Make sure you like, share this video. And for all great content, make sure you subscribe to our channel. My name is Sean with Jacksonville, Florida. This is how you do a BBB complaint notice and how do you respond. If you have any questions, let us know, guys. Have a good rest of your day.